until I expand myself and allow myself to be a student and to learn this greatness.
Yeah.
So here I'm actually a student and a learner.
This CTA for me, if I was to summarize the series, I'm calling it the unveiling of mercy, because it's like there's this light that we have in Africa, and I intentionally say Africa and not Kenya, that is so bright that can no longer remain hidden under a table. And that is you. Like Yani, I'm aware that the story is just starting.
Yeah.
Even though what you've talked about, this couple of hours that we've been having the conversation, what's the time, by the way? The time now is, what? It's 3.
Wow. Wow.
I'm aware that this is another chapter that begins.
Yes.
That begins.
Yes.
But I want to say a few things as we enter this new season. Number one, your history and your experience have been such sharpening tools to make you the best candidate for this job that you're going to be given. Your boss is not a doula, he's not a fool, he knows what he's looking for, and he's shocked by you. The other people he had probably seen were of different international experiences. It's not that he had seen 3 other Kenyans.
It's true.
Even I'm doubting if he had seen Africans, and this is just my own guessing. He had seen probably people from Dubai, people from different countries. And from that, you stood out. You stood out so much that they said, what does she want? Give her what she wants. That you come and say, you're just throwing in things. When a recruiter wants you that badly, not a recruiter, the owner, the boss, there's something special that you had. There's something that he had seen. And now here's the most incredible thing, your age. So this Kirinyaga experience that you had and all these other experiences, including the family that God had put you in, had sharpened you so much for this place now that you are starting.
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed.
Man, this is beautiful to hear. Okay. Take us. So you tell him 2 months because you're on a visa. Are you even on a working visa?
No. So I'm on a visit visa that we extended. So I'm like, okay, let me try this thing for 2 months because it's something I've also wanted to do. And I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it for experience. Luckily, my brother and his wife used to live very close to the workplace. So literally, it was so convenient for me. At the marina, and the workplace was on Sheikh Zayed Road, which is the main street in Dubai. So I'm quarterbacking, and I always tell the guys who work with me and under me that my first 2 years of learning, my learning curve, you know how a learning curve is like this? Mine was like this. There was so much I didn't know. There was so much I was given that my job would end at 6 and people would leave the office. Then from 6 to midnight, I'll be in the office learning. See, my journaling thing, I've always journaled, You've had the pleasure of seeing some of the things that I do with my iPad. But I'll be in meetings, because now we have a team meeting. People are talking about investment structures. I'm like, okay, I'm just writing them down. I'm writing so that I can go and research and learn and take all these manuals from the office, the information memorandums, learn what they're talking about so that tomorrow I'm not where I was before, where I just say, I don't know. I'm not being a victim of the circumstance of I do not know. I'm taking responsibility. So I had 2 jobs, the real job and a learning job. And remember what happened in 2008 globally?
Oh, financial crisis.
Yes.
Financial meltdown.
Financial crisis hit Dubai so badly.
Okay, let me start this thing slowly. What's the name of the place that you started working?
The company was called Elrim Investment Management.
What was their job?
The job was investing in real estate as a private equity investor. So what they will do is they will raise money from high net worth individuals, family offices, and investment companies.
Within Dubai or across the world?
Across the world.
Wow.
Across the world. And then invest in real estate in Middle East. So at the time of joining, they had...
The world.
They had about 25 investors. And these investors, minimum that I ever saw was like $1 million. So super high net worth.
Yes.
Super high net worth individuals and kind of investments. And the investments were 95% were in Dubai. We had an investment in Egypt. There was another one in Syria, Damascus. Beautiful place. So I joined in October. In December, my class is graduating. So I come home to graduate. I graduate. And now I've already served my 2 months. I was using that 2 months to also see whether this is something that I really wanted to do. So I commit and say, okay, I'll continue. So they start working on my visa.
Let's
December.
go back. I want us to touch those 2 months. So now, now that you've explained, you were literally clueless about this world. From the history of anything that you have told us, there is nowhere where you have mentioned doing this. So what was your role in the beginning, now when you've joined the company?
So my role was twofold. I was a finance and accounting assistant. They had a CFO, and I was a legal assistant.
Okay.
So my job involved taking minutes, collating, a register of directors, and ensuring, because that fund, so the company was an investment company, but it had a fund that it was managing, where all these investors will pull in their money. And they had so many subsidiaries, 22 subsidiaries. So all these subsidiaries were domiciled in British Virgin Islands, BVI, for tax benefits.
Yes.
So there was a lot of legal work in terms of liaising with the register of companies in BVI, with the custody. Our custody was in HSBC Hong Kong, accounts in Dubai. There was like a lot of reconciliation work to be done, including the audits for all these companies and at the fund level.
Wow. I understand this from a theory perspective where you may have learned some of these things.
Yeah.
But this is practical. Hey. The only practical that you had was police station.
Wacha tu. This was so different.
So that's why you said you'd work from morning to 6.
Yeah.
And then this is, suddenly you've moved from Nairobi to global. And we're not even talking Africa. These guys don't even sound like they had any investment in Africa.
No. And, friend, the people I'm working with went to Ivy League universities. They're Americans, guys from Switzerland, from Ireland.
What?
Irish people.
Were you the only black? Were you the only African?
I was the only African. And the ones who were Arabs had either gone to Ivy League universities in the States.
Yes.
They were so well read that I knew nothing. Remember now I came, I don't need a job.
Yes.
Karatasi yo. I knew nothing. They were so well read. My boss used to head Merrill Lynch, which is a global American investment company.
Yes.
And he used to head their Middle East and Asian offices.
Wow.
They were big time. The board, big time. Like, you read their resumes and you're like, sorry, these guys actually know my name.
You know, I'm trying to understand this. So you're thrown into this place where, honestly speaking, you know nothing.
Kabisa.
Clearly, you know nothing.
Yes.
And you are the only black.
Yes.
I don't even want to bring in the issue of sex, but you're a woman.
Yes.
Thirdly, you are young.
Very. Very.
So and after 2 days you realize, or after a week, it must have been clear.
Yeah.
Here, this is not Kirinyaga. Here I know nothing.
Here I know nothing. The way things are done. First, the way these people are dressing. lunch, people are eating salads, including the men. So it's like a different place, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a different place. And that's why my brother was like, please take the job. Because this is such a good opportunity. And he was such a good mentor. He guided me, protected me.
Your boss now or your brother?
My brother.
Okay, yeah.
Including my boss, Mark Disario.
We'll come, by the way, we'll come to your boss.
Yes.
But your brother?
My brother, I would call him. I'm in the bathroom. I'm like, wait, I've seen this thing. What does this mean?
Wow.
So he'll be like, okay, we explain in what context. So I will explain. He'll be like, let me call you back. So he'll either check with his friends whether he doesn't know. But my brother he was such a light, such a shepherd. Because also, the culture is different, yeah? I'm coming from a place where I've been leading. Now I'm like a low-ranking employee. And the culture is also a bit different. I'll go to meetings and stick my hand out. And either the Arabs will be like, oh, by the way, we don't shake hands with women. So now, even nowadays, intuitively, culturally, I don't put my hand out first. I wait on you. So it was breaking mindset, the way I'm used to doing things. Remember here, I'm used to giving the shots.
Yes.
Now, actually, I have no idea. I have no shots to give, including myself. Zero. I'm learning a lot.
Why didn't you crumble and get spat out?
I love the challenge. I really, really love challenges because I saw it as an opportunity for growth. And remember, I went back to my journal and I could see, I said I want to learn real estate investment management. Wow. This was an opportunity. Then financial crisis happened.
Okay. This is still 2008.
This is 2008.
Before you've come back.
Before I've come back. Yeah, so I came to graduate in December, but now the melting point in Dubai was the end of 2008, 2009 beginning. Quarter 1, quarter 2.
Yes, okay. When you came back knowing I'm graduating, but I'm going back.
Yeah.
So this spare parts, Kirinyaga thing, me, I'm done with this for now.
Yeah.
So what had you seen that had made you say, okay, let me go back?
I'd seen something bigger than Kirinyaga Road.
Your mom was right.
My mom was right.
You are cooking.
Yeah.
My mom's cooking.
I was cooking my mom's cooking, and I just realized there's so much more. But what I saw was an opportunity to build Kenya and Africa to what Dubai had been from a success story. Remember, my mom had been going to Dubai, so she'll come with these stories. We got off the plane, we had to, and I'm walking around, I'm seeing developments. You know, my brother was like, before this place didn't exist, look at this whole neighborhood. So I'm seeing creation being made manifest by man. And I'm asking myself, if they can do it, why not? But I'm also saying, I want to be part of the change in my place. The only way I can do that, I can't do that with Kirinyaga Road. That can take me this far. Until I expand myself and allow myself to be a student and to learn this greatness.
Yeah.
So here I'm actually a student and a learner.
Okay. Your boss, tell me about the 2 months before coming back.
Yeah.
Explain to me what it was that he did and your relationship with him.
First, he took me in. I think my boss actually thought I came from the royal family in Kenya. Mark believed I came from the royal family in Kenya. What he did is he started involving me in things that were much bigger than me. Meetings with investors, board meetings. He was like, you have legal background, come take the minutes. I'm like, okay. So I'm just writing. I know how to do minutes, but I'm listening. People are talking about $1 million transactions. I remember the thing that actually moved me. In November, I'm doing pay run. Now I'm the finance person. I'm doing the pay run. And I call him and I tell him, oh, by the way, I've looked at the bank account and I've realized we don't have enough money. He says, what? I say, yeah, there's a check that was written that I've seen just cleared. So we don't have money for salaries. He's like, oh, and we can't delay salaries. So Mercy, come to my estate where I live. Downstairs there's a bank. Let's meet at the bank. The bank was Emirates NBD. So we meet at the bank. He goes into his account and he withdraws money. He withdrew 500,000 dirhams.
Dirhams.
500,000 dirhams, which
Times-
is equivalent to 10 million. And he gave it to me, cash. Our bank was HSBC. Our bank was from here. So we met here, and I need to go to Tao
Wow.
with 10M in cash. We have not known each other for over a month.
Wow, 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 wow.
So later on, he told me, later I just thought about it and I was like, what did I just do? What if she just takes a plane to Africa?
It's like, thank you for my paycheck.
Then he said, but I just feel her spirit. So I went, deposited, but you know what that money did to me? Now I was telling my brother the story later. He's like, what? And my sister, my brother's wife, everyone was amazed. They trusted you this much. See, now, again, my story of
integrity.
touching money. A lot of money. This is 10M to go and bank. And the reason he did that was he was also a shareholder of the company. And he realized that, okay, I don't want to delay pay run, blah, blah, blah. But he was doing it from a good place and also from a place of, I trust you. So deposited the money as the finance person. I went back to the office and later on he just dawned me, by the way, that was 10M. That's a lot of money. That's my 500K equivalent.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Now I'm looking at this man and I can see the level of trust. And I'm like, wow, these people actually trust me. Do they know I don't know Jack? I can't disappoint them. So I worked so hard. I used to leave the office at 10 p.m., midnight. I'm there over the weekend.
What?
Learning, reading, learning. I'm reading how people write emails.
What?
Yes. My colleagues were so polished. So polished.
So you, because you've been CC'd in the email, you're studying.
I'm going back from where this story started. Until now, I even tell my teammates, I'm like, never read just the place where you've been copied. Go back to history. You pick something and understand why are we talking about what we're talking about. So that wealth has been around these amazing, amazing people. Angus Campbell, Tom Arnold, Mohammed Sheikhli, they are challenging me, but they're also treating me as an equal.
Wow.
They're saying, hey, we have a team meeting. I'm like, okay, am I coming as the girl who's going to bring the tea and the coffee? Because I feel like
You feel inferior.
I'm feeling very inferior.
And I'm not hearing you talking about racism at this point.
There was racism.
There was.
Not in the office.
Yes.
But outside there was. Especially with cabs. Taxis were bad. Especially for Africans.
Yes.
For Miros, they will come and assume you're going to Deira. Deira is like the Kirinyaga road. There.
Yes.
And they're like, there's traffic. So I'm like, I'm not going there. So they stop and, that actually hurt me. Hey, that one was character development for
yes.
the first month. Because I wasn't used to rejection.
I'm going to...
My people in Mombasa are not rejecting me.
Yes.
Now I'm being rejected.
Wow. But then within the organization, you didn't have aspects where you see that thing of the tiger.
Never.
Wow.
Never ever. Not even once. Including being roped into investor meetings. I'm meeting investors. I go back and look at how much these people have invested. They're simple. Some have come with Crocs for meetings. I'm like, wow. Our directors, wealthy. Guys, wealthy. Their families, they're coming from a lineage of wealth. But they will call, Mercy, what did you think about this? I'm like, I will fumble. He says, you know, your opinion matters. This is the board. So let me segue to financial crisis,
Yes.
because that was also a transformational part in my career.